Hello and welcome to Maker Support Master of None, and today we have a very special unboxing video, the Creality K1 Max. This is a beast of a printer. I think this is the premium combo with the printer, 2 kilograms of filament, a dry box and also some extra nozzles, and we'll be looking through those as well. But first, let's open up our printer. We have an installation guide with qualified certificate. So let's have a click through so we don't break our 3D printer. And also we've got some stickers as well. After sales service card with the warranty and essentially instructions on how to use them. So going through the setup process, they rubbed out something and I think it says max heated bed temperature 120, and that is being blackened out for some reason on all of the different languages. I wonder why, because there is a heated bed on this as far as I know. But we'll carry on. Here is the top actually. When printing low temperature filaments such as PLA and flexible materials, remove the clear top cover if the room temperature exceeds 30 degrees. And when printing high melting point temperatures such as non-PLA and non-flexible filaments, be sure to keep the forming chamber temperature with the clear top close to avoid cracking of the mold. Shall we see how satisfying this is? Minute 5. So this is the display screen. Power cord, standard 3-pin kettle lead. I'm going to move the box down to the table, down off the table. I'm going to be gentle about this. I swear. I have no grip.
Help me! Help me!
I'm not in a space. Oh my god. It's quite heavy. Here's the frameworks. It's quite big, but smaller than what I had before, which was a CR10s. And with the enclosure, that takes up a lot more space than this. Let's have a look and see what's in here. So there is a little box of tools, glue stick, USB sticks, some nippers, some wrenches, Allen keys, wire of some sort, and a scraper. We have the hot end. There's a couple of rubber feet, so we install those as well, and the handle for the door. So we'll use the PLA that they've given us to set up. This is 1 kilogram of hyper PLA white. Oh, and also, the barrel, as we mentioned before. Give you a quick tour around. Here is the extruder. That's the hotbed. So this won't stay here forever. I do have another project going on later, which will put this in a cabinet. Whether that's a good idea or not is a different story. Right, let's try and put this thing together. So the display goes here. There's a little flat flex which connects to the back of the display here, and it just hooks on. No screws required.
Oh my god, stop bro, I'm stuck. Can you help me?
It's a bit flimsy. Let's tear off the sticker before use, so we're going to do that. Just turn it in first. Quick twist. Easy peasy. And we need power. And the cable is, I guess, just about long enough to reach where I need it to go. Well, we mentioned about the feet, but we haven't put them on yet, so lift off one at a time. And very simply just put them on. Right. As you can see, the table itself isn't very stable, so that'll probably contribute to some ringing. Careful about the tempered glass door as well, because I have seen a lot of people smashing it accidentally. That would not be fun if that happened to us. You can see why people install 270-degree hinges on this door, because any further than this, you might actually break the tempered glass. Now to remove 3 screws A, B and C according to the position of the yellow arrow. That's 1 screw, 2 screw, and 3 screw. I took off the wrong screw on that one. Someone did bent it. when they were putting it in the machine. Definitely a bit bent. But I do have to load the filament in. Where does this one go? It's just a cover of some sort, but it doesn't say where. Anyway, first we need to access the back of the printer to load the filament. We need to get this out again, which I probably should have loaded the filament first in the first place. But that goes something. Oh well. So in the instruction booklet, you can see that the filament is going under. But on the instruction here it says feed it over. So that's what we've done. And you can see that little bend I applied when I was trying to push it in. I think now we can turn it on and see what happens. Ooh, it lights up. Creality. It's taking a while to boot. Startup. We'll use English. Remove the 3 screws. Yeah, we have done. Clear of debris. And click OK. What I haven't done is remove this film. Don't be out of focus. I was satisfying, but it was out of focus. So this is a smooth bed, and I'm more used to printing on a texture surface, but we can change that later on. You do have to accept the user privacy policy. Am I going to read this? Kind of, not really. Next. I'm not going to set up our Ethernet today, or you can actually do Wi-Fi. Connected. Next. Time zone setting. We are UTC. Foreign server. Please scan the code to plan your device to code. Please place the printing platform. Expect to take 11 minutes. Right, now that that's been set up, let's try this self-check process. Nozzle heats. Hot bed heats. It moves. That doesn't sound like a good clunk. It's really close to the glass door. So because of the type of the machine, the bed is going to move towards the nozzle, whereas previously other printers would have the nozzle move both X, Y, and Z, and this only moves the nozzle in the X and Y direction, but not the Z. The bed does the Z, and this is called a core XY. So I think what it's doing right now is it is determining the frequency of vibrations and then adjusting to that. With input shaping is the current step it is on. It's like a plane taking off. You can definitely feel the vibration of the machine if you put your hand there. I probably shouldn't touch it because it might affect the... Yeah, it does say do not touch the printer during the self-track process, which I have done. Environment, as this is doing its calibration, if it's being placed on a different surface, you might have to redo that input shaping again. Or if you have other things on your table or cupboard, for example, where you put it and it affects how much vibration is being passed on back to the machine. Also, interesting color on the glue stick that they've given, because it's yellow background, pastel yellow or cream with white writing, so not very viewable. It's better on camera than it is in real life. So now it's doing auto leveling. There is a AI LiDAR, whatever that means, but a LiDAR essentially sends out light signals and then get reflected back sooner what the distance is between the sensor itself and the object it's detecting. It is heating the bed at the moment because in most instances when you're printing you're going to have a hot bed. So they want to do the auto leveling with the bed at a certain temperature. The cat is very concerned about the noises coming out of the printer. He's like, what is this? This is a fun toy for me, that's what it is. It is going to 5 places over the bed, so the center, the 4 corners, and then taking a couple of different measurements. More points being probed means you have more of an idea of the levelness of the bed and you can actually map it out. Yeah, it is doing more points. So it looks like it's doing a 6 point by 6 points, of a total of 36 points leveling on the entire bed surface. Yep, self-test completed. So a new version is found. Add a root account for root access. I guess we use that because always using new firmware is good.
The next morning.
So I didn't manage to get very far yesterday. We've not managed to do any printing, but we do have a couple of test prints A very classic one to do would be the benchy that everyone does. But let's have a look at the benchy. I think this with the super speed, and if I remember correctly, a benchy usually take me 2 hours on my CR10s. So let's see how it goes. It's not actually printing anything. Is it? Nope. Let's stop this. One of the joys of 3D printing. I can't see any extrusion, but that tells me I probably haven't loaded the filament properly. It's actually quite difficult to see how much you've loaded the filament in the rail, because that entire loading tube is semi-transparent. Guess I can find out. The filament's fed through, so it looks like it's not fed in through there. So yeah, it's just kind of gone in here without going any more further. Let's put out a little bit more. And try and shove it in. Okay, so now it's taking it in. And look, we have extrusion. And that means we are loaded, finally, our filament properly. And then we can try it again and print. I was going to say check that afterwards, but look how crazy this is going. It's nothing I've ever seen before. The entire table is shaking because of this. While we do that, we can actually see how it goes. Yep, you can see it printing. So after this, we should get a time lapse. So that has been 60 minutes. So let's have a look at the print. I use a flex bed. So if I can put the bed out and then do a pop. Pop. Nope. Pop. Oh, something went. Something went. There we go. But here's the model. You can see in all of its glory. There is a little bit of artifacts, but nothing major, and it is very smooth to touch. The brim, not the rim. Very nice and solid. I think I would go and get a texture plate because I do like the texture at the bottom. But all in all, this is not a bad print. So let's load up some more models and then we'll do more printing. We have a tiny cat, and this one definitely needs a lot of support. As you can see, it's like everywhere. We will go with tree support. This should take about 41 minutes. You can see the supports are massive, but we'll try it. We'll upload to Creality Cloud, see how that works. Upload to Creality Cloud. File is uploaded, so now hopefully we can see this in the workbench. Choose file, my uploads. So Magic Kitten is there. So let's try that one. So we're back at the printer, and this time we're going to complete the config for our next print. And actually saying that, I have never put glue stick on my 3D printer before. So we'll see how this one goes. So I was trying to get it through my phone, but it doesn't seem to like it. It says fail to send print, so I'll try and send it from here. Let's fail to send the print command. Please try again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to USB stick it and see if that works. It's a 3D printer. What are you going to do about it? Nothing? Nothing? Good boy. They don't seem to be unsettled by the noise, which is a good thing, even though it makes quite a lot of noise. They're not super unsettled by it. I say super, they don't really care about it at all, which is a good thing. So we are back. We have our USB stick into the USB port. USB flash drive inserted, it found it. So we can go to USB drive and try and print this. So copying across. Do you not like the noise? It's okay, it's just a printer. And while that's printing actually, you can see there's 3 more boxes over there from Creality. So we're going to have a look at what it is. Should be 2 boxes of filament and a dry box, which is going to be quite useful and handy. There is one Hyper Series PLA, definitely grey. and the other one is white. Exactly the same as what we are printing in there right now, actually. And the last thing that we have should be a dry box. And this dries out your filament, 1 kg tray, consumables view, which is going to be useful because I do have some PLA upstairs, which probably could do with some drying. Instructions on how to use the box. Literally plug it in, power connector, a knob, a screen. I think that's just to set the timer. There's a silicone hole, which means you can feed the filament directly through from the box into the printer. And inside there you can see they run on ball bearings. That's pretty neat. So now that we had a look at those, I'm gonna come back and check when that is done. So I just got a notification that the cat has been printed, so we're going to have a look at that. Successfully. It is quite tiny and it seems like it's not a mess of a spaghetti, which is always a good thing. As you can see, it's leaving some sort of mark on the build plate, so this is why as time goes on you need to replace your build plate, even with the glue applied, especially around the center. So here's the model. Another way, nice. Put some light on. So there are some artifacts left behind, but that's more because it is a FDM print. Like most of the outer wall surface is fairly smooth. There are bits where it's not perfect. There's a little bit of stringing. I don't think I have the temperature right set in there, but I'll have a look. There's some artifacts from the tree, but they're fairly removable. The top is fairly smooth, which is nice. And so yeah, I'll be updating you with how I use this printer with my coming videos on more things to print. That's it for today, and I'll see you in the next video of Makers of All, Master of None. Bye!